Welcome to Joe Beats Lab, and today we're gonna have another beat breakdown, emotional beat breakdown, but this one gonna be epic. So before I go into it, like I always do, I'm gonna run a beat to make all, yeah? Alright guys. Alright guys, that's enough of the beat and let's get into it. As you all know, like I always do, I always have my sampler to show you all how I come up with the idea of the melody. So let's get into it. And if you've been on my channel, you all know how to find the stamp. Go to the little dot arrow, down arrow right, so stamp, and you choose your scale and it's already. So right now we're in minor natural, right? E. We're in the scale of E. And the reason why I chose the scale of E, because the scale of E song very emotional, like sad and kind of epic. That's why I always choose this scale of E to make my emotional beats. Plus you can use the A minor scale. Yeah, it kind of song alike to me. I know for you all, but to me that's what I use and I love it. So you all can try it out, and so that is it right here. And I build the melody of the let me see, the first, the seventh. I think the first, the seventh, and the sixth. So let's check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Alright, let me show you the melody. And I have different patterns, so I'm just gonna go to the one in the chorus first to make really the melody. If you don't know, that is it, right? That is the chord, guys, right here. This is the full melody right here. Let me open it up to show you all better. And as you all can see, E is the first, D the seventh, and C the sixth, and back to the seventh again. Right, so that is the chord, guys. That is the chord with the top melody. And if you look at the top melody, you all can see I'm still following the same notes in the main pattern, like guys, like I always do. You just follow the same thing and you'll get the idea. But before I do that, I actually have an idea of the melody in my mind first. So let me just run it by itself to make all here. Yeah man, your song is nice, and look at it. E, B, A, and back to B again, and that is the same notes that's in the first chord. The only note that's not in the chord but is in the scale is A. A is in the second chord, right? And look at that, I'm just playing two notes in the second chord, and the third chord. Yeah man, this is, yo guys, just so easy to make the melody, guys. It's not complicated. Just get a good instrument and you're good to go. Yeah, I'm using a soft piano right now, guys. Yeah man, I'm gonna highlight the chorus and just make all hear what I have going on. Alright. So we have the soft piano. Next I have an acoustic piano as well, which I used to layer with the soft piano, and I will tell you the reason why. So let me head to the pattern. That is the pattern of the acoustic piano, and I'll just play it by itself. Listen. Yeah man, and look how I separated the notes, guys. That is the reason why you hear it have that like a nice song, and it's something more realistic. But if you have it too close and stick up, it sounds metallic and robotic. So guys, see that? Leave a little space like that. Yeah man, make the notes breathe. Now notice I didn't use any bass notes neither, because I just wanted the bright part of the acoustic piano to layer with the soft piano, because the soft piano already have that low part, the low mid part that I need. It's already in the soft piano, so that is why it sound like together. Well blended, guys. Yeah, man. So that's how you layer your song, guys. Let's go to the next instrument. I have a pad, not much, and that's what the pad sounds like with the acoustic piano and the soft piano together. Listen, sweet. Yeah, man. Let's head to the pattern. Simple. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, man. Played by itself. Sweet. Yeah, man. No, I know you'll be wondering like why the notes look so spaced out. Let me tell you the reason why. Cause see the G, when the G was right there, so let me bring it back down so for you to see. Let me drop down the top notes. Nice. It's sounding nice like that by itself, but when it was playing with the soft piano, it was clashing. So I brought it up an octave, guys. That's what I did. Yeah, man. Sounds much better like that, and it fits nice with the other instrument. Listen. Simple. All right, let's head to my next instrument, my main instrument. No, let me just head to the arrangement section instead. No, my main instrument is a sax, and I'm gonna play it by itself and listen to that. And that is what make the beat sound so epic. You have to choose, guys, before making the beat, have an idea first. Don't just go into making the beat like crazy, because you'll get lost. You know, so have an idea. So I had an idea of making an emotional beat, but making it epic. So I was like, what instrument can I use to make a song epic? And I was like, you know what? I need a saxophone, but one that sound real, not too real like a real person playing it, but something very close. And I got this from this sample, and listen to that. Yeah, man, guys, I thought that song is nice. Sweet. That is what make the beat song epic. Let me show you the pattern. I have different patterns, so that's which one. Let me see. Yeah, man. Look at the note, guys. You see, I have some short notes and some long notes. Yeah, you have to play the instrument like how you would really sax playing. That's how you have to play the instrument, you know. And look at my velocity. Yeah, man, I hit soft and some hitting hard. Yeah, man, you have to make it sound real. So that's what I use to make it sound much more realistic, the velocity. Trust me, guys, when you start to use that, your beat gonna sound much more better. Yeah, man. So right if I play the pattern, everything together, I have, let me see, just 4 instruments as a melody, and that's it. Hey! Simple, guys. Yeah, man. So my bass. As you all know, I always like to use that wrist bass. That's my special wrist bass. I keep it simple, like always. So that's the bass. That one's simple. Yeah, I can show you the pattern. See, I'm just following the root notes of the chords, and that's it. And just 2 slide notes. I feel like that type of beat don't really need too much slides. Yeah. So guys, that's the full melody. Then I'm gonna go into my drums, and that is what the song is like. My full drums without the bass, just my kick, hi-hat, rim. I have two snaps and one clap. That is it. Mm, yeah. See how my drums are simple and bouncy. Alright. Let me see if I can go into each of the drum instruments so you can see what I do. Alright guys, that is my kick by itself. Okay. Mm, yes. That's my kick by itself. That's my hi-hat. And I'm gonna open the penny roll so you can see. Simple. Just couple rolls. I adjusted the velocity for more human feel. Yeah man. Simple. And that is my first snap, which is pan to the left and something like that. Simple. That's the second one. Pan to the right. Yeah. See, guys, I keep the beat simple. Yeah, man, not much instrument and don't complicate it. Yeah. I have two snap pattern, but I think this one plays in the beginning, so I don't need to run it for you all. But after I'm gonna run the intro, and my clap is just certain places I have it. Like, yeah, man. So that's the drums again. And next thing, guys, when you're putting in your hi-hats, think of your hi-hats as a tempo. Eh? Yeah, think of it as a tempo because according to how you put the hi-hat, it changes. It changes the speed of the beat. So listen to your drums and the melody good before you just insert any hi-hat pattern. So yeah, man, that is my drums and yeah. So I'm gonna run the full chorus for you all again, and then we're gonna head back to the intro because I have some other stuff to show you all. Okay, so guys, that's the full chorus, and then I'm gonna head to the intro to show you all something. Listen. Alright, let's head back to the intro. Let me show you something. Because in the intro I have a vocal and I'm just gonna play it by itself. And that's a vocal by itself. Listen to how this sounds like. Yeah. Yeah, man. So now I'm gonna play the full intro. Now, in the intro, what I did with the keys, I'm gonna play the melody in the intro. I mean the piano in the intro by itself and show you something slightly different. And I think y'all should do the same so that your beat wouldn't sound like a loop. That's what I do. I change. Listen to that. You see? I just cut off from the melody. Yeah, man, and made that my intro. That's what I did. So I know when the chorus coming, it will have a difference and the song much bigger because yeah, man, it's just a different pattern. So you play the Vox with everything now. Now listen. One more thing, guys, I also play the sax different in the intro. So listen to it. That's a sax by itself in the intro. Just highlight the full thing so you could hear. So listen to it. Yeah, man. Right now, that beat can never sound like a loop. You know, when I come to my chorus, it sounds different. You know, just take a couple notes and make the piano shine. Yeah, man. Now, guys, we're gonna head to my verse because in my verse I have a different instrument, so make you hear it. What I have in the verse, something simple again. I call it ear candy. If you know me, I always have ear candy in my beat. That's what my ear candy sound like. I think it's a harp I'm playing. Not too sure, but listen. Yeah. Ooh. So it's sounding nice. And in the second part of the verse, I have a one shot coming in like this. So now I'm gonna play the full verse now. Listen to that. Oh, it sounds nice and sweet, guys. Guys, my laptop is lagging, so I can't go too much. Can't go too much in it. Alright, guys, so thanks for watching the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and next time I'll try make a mixing tutorial on that same beat. As you can see, my laptop is lagging, and yeah, so that's too much issue for me tonight. So big up yourself and stay safe. You don't know, Joe Beats Gang. I'm out.